This is Breakfast Daily, and this morning we want to still remind ourselves on a very important development and happening in Ghana. I mean, something that we all are not strangers to, and it is the Akosombo Dam spillage and its devastating aftermath, you know, how it has displaced many thousands of people. A lot of people have lost their homes. In fact, they have lost their livelihoods, and that is why we are still calling on you, to help support, and let's be each other's keeper. Don't forget that, Citi TV and Citi FM, when this whole issue started, we decided to mobilize some relief, for the people who have been displaced, because these are Ghanaians we are talking about. Now, Ghanaians have to solve Ghanaians' problems. And so we felt that as family, we needed to show some concern, and we walked the talk. And so we started with a Relief for Lower Volta campaign. And we must say a very big thank you to all who have supported so far. The many donations that have come in, cash and in kind, have gone a long way to relieve the plight of these people. Now, we launched ourselves into phase 2 of the entire campaign, where we decided to rebuild, the Lower Volta, the little way that we can. And so we decided to give them a decent place to put their heads. It is nothing luxurious, but something befitting of human inhabitation. Right, so we did that. We cut sword, and I think so far work is progressing steadily. We say many thanks to all the companies who have come in to support, those who have donated monies, those who have donated bags of cement, for thousands of them. And the speed with which you responded, gosh, is so admirable and commendable. David, this has been very, very good.
No, it has. And I'm just blown away by, and it keeps coming.
Yes.
It keeps coming. Yesterday,
because the work is still in progress.
Yesterday I was watching, and one of our churches, they sent a delegation to, 97.3 Citi FM and said, listen, we hear you are rebuilding. We're taking one of the projects. We're going to pay for everything. Perez Chapel.
Ajanasari.
Yes. They said we are taking over. We will give us one of the properties. We are building everything from start to finish. And so I just feel that, and like you said yesterday, this has shown us that Ghanaians, what Nkrumah said.
Yes, Ghanaians are, the black man is capable of solving.
To solve our own problems, you know. And when people trust that you do the right thing, they will actually give and give a lot,
So yesterday too, we had Professor Jampo lead the UG UTAG to come donate 50,000. I quite honestly, with this particular donation, I was very shocked. Because
Why?
Okay, so
why?
We always hear UTAG, we always hear our lecturers, complaining about the money is not enough, the research allowance is not coming, the teaching something. Every time UTAG has a problem with their money is not coming, But so this is a true show of compassion, because I felt like, okay, so the UTAG that doesn't have, they have been able to, among themselves, bring monies from their pockets. This is not, Professor Jampo said that this is not association money. No. This is, look, teachers, let's all come together, let's support people. And I think it's really a great sign, because when you look at the number of children, about 19,700 and something children who have been displaced, who are not now getting any access to education. And the fact that the University Teachers Association, UG branch, deemed it fit. I like connecting some dots. Okay, so I felt like, so all the university teachers and all these people know how they supporting and all that. But at least they've also shown consent. They might not be able to be there physically to teach these children, but at least they are giving something that whoever will volunteer to do this, at least there's something to support such people. And it's really commendable. And the many of you individual, the children who are emptying their piggy banks.
I mean, that thing is just, I'm like, you know what? This is how we need to grow the country.
Exactly.
Let's teach them as children. Show them the way. Show them good things. And as they grow up, that's what they're going to know.
Of course.
So now, it's all over. People are seeing that children are giving. Children are seeing their fellow children giving and seeing that, look, it doesn't matter how much you have. There's always somebody who has less than you. And so I can also do something small. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be something.
And the fact that now people feel like if I'm not donating, I feel bad.
Yeah.
It feels like you are sitting there, everybody's donating, you do anything, And that sense of urgency, that spirit of supporting others, that commitment, that conviction that I also need to do something, I also need to cause a change. I think that Ghana, we are doing well, but we still need to do more because the problem is still on the ground. It's not solved yet, and until it is solved, we still need to be doing this.
Yeah. Let's go over and take a look at the sod cutting that took place at the Ada project and the donations that we took over there. Let's take a look at that. We'll come back and then we'll continue the conversation.
A 2-acre temporary resettlement shelter is being established near the Ada East District Assembly in Ada, Greater Accra region, in response to the inundation of homes following the Akosombo Dam spillage. Citi News team's earlier visit to the island uncovered substantial property and home losses, compelling residents to seek refuge in safer areas. The facility, which will provide shelter for the victims of the spillage, will be located close to the Ada East District Assembly in the Greater Accra region. It will be the second shelter Citi FM and Citi TV are putting up to house victims of the spillage temporarily. General Manager of Citi FM, Citi TV, Bernard Avle, says the center will be transformed into a skilled training facility once it fulfills its purpose.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. That beyond simply providing relief, we need to do something which is a bit more substantive, because we notice in the report that there is a humanitarian challenge where people's houses have been overrun, people are sleeping outside. In fact, there was a particular video where Sandra showed a woman with a mosquito net outside the house. It was not good at all. So management has decided that beyond providing relief items, we will collaborate with local authorities to put up temporary resettlement structures. And the key word is temporary because it's a humanitarian challenge. It's not business as usual.
Meanwhile, Sarah Jobaki Pobi, the district chief executive of Ada East, has affirmed the commitment to ensure the timely completion of the project and its proper maintenance.
So the land that we are giving you today is part of the land that we are using for accommodation purposes. So it's just right behind the assembly complex. So from here, we'll move there. So on behalf of my committee, I say a big thank you and a profound gratitude for our chiefs. Because we told them it's tomorrow. When we had the news that today, they also asked permission that they have things that they are doing. So they've given us their blessing that we can break the ground for us to start. But with the commission, they will put on their regalias and be here to support the project. So on behalf of the Assembly, we say a big thank you to Citi FM and Citi News.
Management of Citi FM and Citi TV also donated essential supplies to displaced residents of Galosota in the Anloga district of the Anyako community, both located in the Volta region. The donated items primarily consist of mattresses and foodstuffs, and the provision was made possible through the generosity of listeners and viewers of the two stations.
Lots of communities affected have come here to wait for them, waiting since afternoon. And just across, you can see the water. And we are here to leave the relief items. You can see a lot of the people already bringing their basins. Because there are different communities, it's not like Anyako where there are 3 towns the chief came. So this is going to be a bit trickier, but we'll get it done. We brought a variety of items as well. In addition to all we've mentioned, we also brought some yam tubers. And we're hoping that by the time we leave here, these people will get what they need. We also pass by a classroom block that I am told is where some of the displaced people sleep. It's not looking good at all. This looks like a place we have to come back to. We have to come and do some proper support. So here we are at Galo Sota in the Anor district. It's actually two towns, Galo and Sota, and we mention it together. So yeah, this is where we are. The disaster is too big for one company or a few people to take the road. So we use our medium to let people see that there's a bigger need for the community. And we are hoping that those of you who are watching on TV can also find a way here and support this beautiful city which has been inundated by water, which needs our support. So Togbe, on behalf of the people of the three communities, I'm happy so much as everyone please support. So thank you very much.
Modestus Doche Awonyo, the assembly member for the Ajato electoral area in the Volta region, also conveyed his gratitude and emphasized that the items will bring smiles to the faces of the affected residents.
4 electoral areas comprising of Galifita, Ajato, Tiako, and Azano. We are grateful. We are saying we are grateful for Citi TV for bringing these to us, to help put a smile on the face of the flag victims. We are grateful. God will bless them.
Thank you.
The team concluded the donation exercise in Bleu within the Ketu South constituency in the Volta region, where residents welcomed them warmly.
Of items brought all the way from Accra by members of the CTV and
All right. So there you saw some donations taking place in some of the locations, including Ajato, Galosota, and so on. But we have more, donations that.
Because we've been to all the places,
yes.
Part of the Greater Accra region that also suffered, the Volta region, and parts of the Eastern region that suffered as well. Various reports have been filed, just so viewers and listeners would know, what exactly is happening on the grounds, and also, most importantly, some level of accountability, for the monies that they have donated.
You've given us a lot of
an assignment, a task.
A lot of us,
and so we need to be updating on what's happening. So we've had Sanda go there to file reports. Richard Sky has been. Caleb Kuda has been. And I think that it's important that this morning we bring viewers up to speed on what has been going on. So there's another report, on the same issues. So let's take a look at that.
Come with me. Let's walk through another difficult side. Oh, Lord, my nose is in trouble. The stench is crazy. And it gets worse as we go. I understand we are going to the chief fisherman for Blekusu's house, and his home is literally under siege. The lagoon has taken over. Wow. Chief fisherman. Yo, lake mielimia. Oh. Dake jo.
Na puta famanya na biure. Achia ko ba hoporami. Achia mi nyala gbe mi ora shara gberegbere akoi. Mi ora shara gberegbere akoi. Nwo katan ogba. Gbado ma chichi ngo jodo fi o ora shara rochi kankan. Wonara kama waliu. Na mi eku kokoria gberegbere. Kokoria ko mi ashiko. Iku mi ba chi jaja.
Achia de ayina tu ho fi ke chi alafi.
O wala ka fi mira jojo sasa fi pomo no fa ke mira. Gala godo fi mira.
Nka kana nia fi achia ba gere mi afa man.
O an no ba jimu ka lofu ya wona iku ya chi ba gere mi.
Me jiba mi afu afia.
Nana me ka te fara kamle fi mi yigo.
Nko
Somi Dochega.
Somi Dochega is the chief fisherman for Blekusu. He tells me that when he first built this house where he lives, his home, the lagoon was way far away from his home. Now, in the last month, the lagoon has spilled its bank. No, not spilled, but it has overflown its banks, invaded his home. They've tried build walls. It's always collapsed. Their home, their kitchen, their food stuff, everything has been destroyed. And I asked him if they have any plans of relocating because it's been a month, as he said. And he said that is the plan, but they have nowhere to go. Awenya chief fisherman lafia. Afia ba kobala shi obe.
But
the point is now, as chief fisherman, Martin in 1 month, ka amayo garlic sukli drama plongia.
Akuba neighbor ngunya na ururang daria. Ayo jofia na ngufoga pata. Fifi lafia mo ururang dariota na achofia be ira marapama amama loga monago. Ta wi mi pota pa untok pochi ali. Wo mi lachiama. Mi ma tung yika afon bagbamnam. Ko ngonya ngika refuna ta mi yi papara mo nukora mi anwulu.
Well, let's turn this way so you can have a background of the water as we speak, right? So this is the come on, man. So you see the lagoon then drags all the filth from the community into people's homes, right? And the stench. Oh my word. My goodness. Okay. It's difficult. He says they've not planned to relocate. If they did, it would have been easier for them to do. But because this hits them impromptu, then if you even have people whose homes you could go to, they've also not planned for you. So this is Ojodovia, Ostorumei. Karabanaji Kanu Adare Wafam. From kitchen to bedroom, Nazakanu. We are going to a retired teacher's house. She invited us to come to her while we were going to the hospital. So we want to go there. Now, look at her. Look at how we're going. We're holding each other's hands and walking on stones we can't see that has been filled in the water with sandbags, so that we can carefully get to her home. But this is a retiree. We are young men trying to get to the retiree's home. And this retiree we met by the street. That means that she also uses this end to get home and get out of home. What a way to live a life of retirement. What a way to retire. Hey, that's Depot. I beg. Forgive. The house is submerged. My goodness. So I've come to see Grandma Benedicta Happy Yibo. In fact, you're a retired teacher. Mm-hmm. Let me release a secret that you were in the shower and you quickly had to come out and go and dress up. You didn't finish?
No, I didn't finish.
You didn't think I was going to come when you invited me to come?
What? I didn't think you'd come back to my house.
Yeah. So as you've seen us, how do you feel?
Oh, I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Because you've been distressed for long.
Yes.
Nobody's talking about you.
No.
What have you been going through as a retired teacher?
Oh, I'm going through a hardship. Sometimes I have to walk through this flood to my church, and then any place that I want to go. And I went out with these flood situations.
Grandma, it wasn't easy for me as a young man coming to your house, walking on sandbags and stones that I couldn't see because they're all covered in water. Grandma, how old are you?
I'm 67 years.
So how tough is it for you?
It's really tough for me to walk through this flood.
Do you wear Wellington boots?
No. I don't have any Wellington boots.
Do you go in a canoe?
No.
I just
walk with my foot.
Is this the life you envisaged after retirement?
No. I retired since 2017. Yeah. Oh, this year, this is what I'm experiencing.
Has this ever happened before, something like this?
No. Oh, maybe around our youth age. Yeah.
So how long has this persisted? Your whole house has been flooded. You're walking through water to get to church.
It's
and
around maybe from July. July.
Are you serious?
Yes.
July,
from
August,
July. Yes.
September, October.
Yes.
That's 3 months.
Yes.
Look, how can people help you? What can people do for you?
I have to move from this house.
You need to relocate.
Yes.
You need a place.
Yes, I need a place.
As soon as possible.
As soon
Do you
as
have
possible.
food at home?
Oh, for the food.
You have that?
Yes, I have it.
Okay. But all you need is to move out of here.
Yes.
Why your children?
My children, they are at their places. They are working.
Right.
Yes.
Have they seen where your place looks like?
Yes.
What are they saying?
Oh, they don't have anything to say. They don't say anything. So, even one of them is in O. He said I should move from here to O. Yes.
Someone is probably thinking that the people of Blekusu have built their houses in the way of the lagoon or waterway, and that's the nature is biting back. Have you built in waterways?
No. For this area is an island. Island is an island. Yes. So even people said this place was not flood. It's not a floody place.
So amongst your age mates, when you meet, what do you attribute this flooding to? What is causing it?
I don't know.
Is it rising levels in the lagoon or sea?
Yeah,
or
okay.
the rains
People said
or the Akosombo Dam?
it's about the rising of the flood. They opened some bridges, and then rainy too caused it. And even you see this what is it? Veggie. Even that's they opened the distance.
The estuary?
It's causing more harm than ever.
The assembly member for Blekusu is Clemens Agbote.
Yes.
Sir, you have a crisis at hand.
Yes, it's indeed true. We have a terrible situation in Blekusu now. Blekusu, let me say, 2/3 of the population is now into water. Their buildings are in water now. And where the water is coming from, we are assuming it's coming from the Kita Lagoon. Probably it might link up to the water that is a spillage one from Sugar Copper side through to our areas. And day in, day out, the water level has been rising. And we don't know what to do currently. We are just reporting to authorities. The most authority that we normally report to is NADMO, Ketu South. Anytime the situation happens, we call on them. They come to register, and we are also living at the mercy of the Kita Lagoon water.
So when they come to register the people, what follows? What happens next?
Let me say, so far, the 2 registrations and the updates that we have done on the victims, we have not heard anything from them. The first one, they came and registered about 184 households. We have not heard anything. There's a recent one that has occurred. They came and registered 159 households. So we have
That's more than 300 now.
Yes, please.
And what's the population of these people? If you put average, what's the average population in a household?
Oh, the average population in this community would be 4,500 too.
And you tell me that 2/3 of these are living in water, or their households have been taken over by water.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the adult population.
Right.
The adult population I know is around 4,000 to 5,000.
Add
So
the
when
children?
When we add children, then we are getting to 8,000, 7,000, 8,000. That's the population of this community.
Your health center, have you seen it?
The health center situation, it has been a problematic one for we, the stakeholders of Blekusu. we reported the condition of the health center to the municipal assembly through the MCE. I called on him to come. He came with the engineer from the assembly, came to assess the situation. They look at the nurses' quarters. Also, when you look at the building, you see that it's deteriorating. We are still waiting on them. I brought the MP also to come. So far, I may say that the MP is doing her best. I've seen it in her MP's common fund as a plan to certainly come and do something on the building. So we are still waiting on the authorities to come and save our members of the community.
How many nurses are in this bungalow?
So far, the bungalow is supposed to host 2 nurses. So currently 3 are living inside. They have a staff of 5. So 2 are living outside.
How has the flooding situation here impacted the lives of your residents in terms of, obviously we've seen healthcare, education, commerce?
Yes. Let me start with the educational aspect of the negative impact that it has on the community. You see the road that we used to come to the clinic here. You can confirm that the road is actually not good for people to pass through. They are passing through it. Some of them are acquiring certain diseases that the nurses are confirming to us as a community stakeholders. The students who are living in the island, the Blekusu New Town, they find it difficult to pass through the water always to their various schools. We have 2 public schools in the community, that is AME Zion Basic School and RC Basic School, and students have to pass through the water always to their schools. And 2 private schools also. One is also located at Blekusu New Town. So it's a worrying situation in Blekusu that we have been talking about always for authorities to come.
The residents of Blekusu find themselves in a very difficult place between the devil and the deep blue sea. This is literally the sea slapping them on one end, eating up their lands, and then the lagoon hitting them from the back, stabbing them really hard, eating their food, literally destroying their homes and taking shelter and roof off their heads. They are fleeing their homes and they are looking for food to eat. They are looking for a roof over their heads. They are looking for a healthcare center that will not be a threat to their very lives while they are seeking health. And so this is the situation in Blekusu. It's a public health crisis. It requires immediate humanitarian and concerted efforts from all stakeholders to safeguard lives in the interim and have a more comprehensive plan. The assembly member says they need a shelter, they need food, they need everything they can get, including mosquito nets. And as I speak, I'm about wrapping up this story because a lot of mosquitoes are biting me. For Citi News, I am Caleb Kuda. We've come to Blekusu. This is in the Ketu South municipality of the Volta region. To my right is the sea. To my left is the lagoon. Now there's a health center here at Blekusu. You would have to walk through flood waters to get there. These women, children, young men, all walking through the water. The further you go, the deeper it gets. Oh man, I see some young ladies, elderly women. There's a young man here. Chief, where are you going?
I'm going to the facility. That's where I work.
Which of the facilities?
The health center, Blekusu Health Center.
Oh, right. You a nurse?
Yes, I'm a nurse.
I see. How long have you worked there?
I've been working here since 2019.
That's like 4 years.
Yes.
Wow. You were posted here 4 years ago.
Yes, please.
And is this always your commute to work?
No, this started this year. Right. Normally we ride motorbike cars through this place to the facility.
Okay.
But this year this happened, so we walk through every day like this.
So take a look at that. It used to be a path where they ride motorbikes to get to the clinic to serve people. Yeah. Careful. This way. and I look ahead, I see that people have filled this side with car tires as well. So if this is a proper road, after the water recedes, then it's going to be another problem. The road will get deteriorated further, right?
Yes. It was not a proper road.
Okay.
It was
a road contracted by the community.
Yes.
I see. So the community members by themselves put this together.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. Is that a bridge?
Yes.
Is that where the healthcare center?
That's the
No, don't tell me that. Doesn't look good, man.
Yes. So we walk through every day.
Yo. So when you have emergencies, what do you do?
There's nothing you can do. They carry people on their back and then they come.
What?
In case we have to rush the person to another hospital.
You bring a person back.
Yeah, they have to carry the person. Sometimes if we get somebody who has a canoe, then the person will carry the person to the other side.
So imagine this. We're still grappling with I should follow you to your house. I should follow you to your house. Wait for me. We still have a situation where many public institutions are not, disability friendly. They have stairs. So people who come in wheelchairs, who have clutches, have a hard time getting to those facilities. Now, this one, you cannot even move. You have to be carried because this is a canoe, right?
Yes.
This is a part of canoe.
Yes.
That has been put, I believe, on car tires.
Yes.
Right. So look at this. If you are in a wheelchair, you have a mobility challenge. Look, you cannot easily get to the healthcare facility. Oh, even behind the clinic.
Yes.
Wow. Even behind the clinic. Interesting. Now it gets sandy.
Yes.
Feels like we are the shore, we are the beach. And so what makes you wake up and come to work? When you're coming to work, what runs through your mind?
What runs through my mind is people who come from far. A lot of people come from other places, Keta, KG, Aplau, to take treatments.
Is this a big healthcare center here?
It's just a small one, but because of the special care we give to the people, other people hear of us and then they come.
Right.
Then we take care of them. They go and tell other people to come. So monthly we get attendance like 800 plus.
800
sometimes
patients.
700, yes.
And what usually are the top cases? What are the cases?
Oh, malaria, respiratory tract infections, skin conditions.
Yeah.
Some get it from the water, walking through the water. Right. So after walking through the water, a lot of people develop rashes, skin, itching, and they come, we treat them. Somebody can come with malaria and get skin condition and go back.
Yeah.
So,
what about diarrhea?
Yes, it's also common here. Diarrhea is common.
So do you get overwhelmed? Does your center get overwhelmed with the cases you get?
Yes, mostly. So we are always under pressure. Yeah, working.
I mean, despite that, you guys give your patients some special care.
Yes.
What's the spirit behind this special care? What's the motivation?
Just to make sure people get better. Anytime they come here, they get better and then they go back with happiness.
Look, there are people who are in better facilities. The commute is better. They drive and park at their centers. I just had a mosquito in the background. But even them, they want to leave Ghana and go and practice outside. But I see that you enjoy doing what you do.
Yes, because of the peace of mind around here. We take care of the people and then they also make sure that we are safe and then... You
just love the vibe.
Yes.
What's your name?
Maxwell Koba Kwame.
Are you from here?
No, Aflau. I'm from Aflau.
You're from Aflau.
Yes, please.
Okay. So what does the Blekusu community need urgently?
They need a new facility. You see the facility, if you go to the back, you see that the walls are cracking. The water is already under the...
Let's see that.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You mean your healthcare center, the water has...
Yes.
Is breaking it?
Yes.
Oh, it's just behind that.
Just behind.
My goodness. So we are at the Blekusu Healthcare Center now, and we are talking to Maxwell, who is a nurse here. Wow, take a look at that. There are cracks in the building, cracks in the health center in my goodness. Cracks in the healthcare building, and then the water, the lagoon has penetrated the compound. And look, just behind the healthcare center, you have the lagoon. And yes, I'm looking from this angle. That is the back of it, and it is cracking. Yo, this is a public safety risk.
Yes.
This building can collapse on you and your patients.
Yes, they said we should close it down, but because people come from a lot of places to attend to take treatment, so we don't have a choice but to keep it, to maintain it for now until they build a new one.
This is incredible. It's a danger.
All right, so there you saw bits of our expedition and experience so far, bringing you highlights of some of the things that have happened, places where we went to do donations, and then also the reality of what people are living with in some of these places. The last one you saw there was Bleu, and it's harrowing to see that a health center is virtually on the brink of collapse, but it's still being used because there's no alternative. What's the alternative? And we have health duty bearers, Ministry of Health,
David,
Ghana Health Service.
You see, I think that we have a problem in this country that every president is trying to avoid. The issue of resettlement. Okay. I mean, it comes back to that. So what? Do we go back to rebuild that clinic in the water? Do we go back to, create, what do you get where I'm coming from? The VRA, yes, could have handled the whole thing better. But the situation they also had was, do we sit back, not spill, and let the dam collapse? So at this point, you're not going to have it easy either way. But what can be doable? Then let's spill. Okay. Now, my concern is, before the spillage came, people were living in water. The spillage just came in to just aggravate the whole situation. Do you get it? So the real problem is not entirely the spillage. The whole thing is climate change is here, global warming and all that, and so the water is coming. We've heard people say that beginning of the year, when was the Akosombo dam spill? Do you get it? Honorable Jifa Gomashi has been talking about this countless times. I mean, we've had tidal waves, come in, communities getting flooded, children being displaced. Why are we not talking about resettlement properly? Let's handle this once and for all. Because beyond Akosombo dam spillage, what about a tidal wave? What about that? Because the places like Anyako and Seva and all these places were already in water before the spillage. The communities are sinking. They are being overtaken by the waters. This was not caused by the dam spillage.
No. Water levels are rising. And you see, when we talk about climate change and people make fun of it and as if it's a conspiracy theory and everything else, it's very sad. The reality is that we have real problems. And leadership is elected to solve difficult problems. Not easy things. If the easy one, we don't need your help. The difficult ones are the ones, that is why we choose people to go ahead of us and lead us into solving difficult challenges.
So a place like Anyako and all these areas, the communities are already living in water. The dam spillage has occurred. Where do you think the water will go?
Well, is this going to rise even higher?
Do you get it? Exactly. There's nowhere the water is going to channel and get back to wherever it's coming from because the water is coming into the community already. So the only thing that we can possibly think of is let the people leave the place. I know it's not going to be easy, that we all know. But if it is the only thing that, for me, a precedent, 2024 is election year. Now, I am waiting to hear who has practical measures and will show commitment to say that we are relocating these people, we are building new settlement areas, taking these people from the area. Look, the Akosombo Dam spillage has only come to expose a problem that everybody was trying to cover when we were hiding. Now, because of the dam spillage, there's not much we can do.
You can't hide
and everybody
anymore.
is talking about, and the VRA could have done that. Yes, VRA could have done that. That is one aspect of the issue. That is spillage, no, you understand? But what about the Bleu people have had their own fair share of tidal wave displacing them in and out, the water coming, you wake up one day, the whole community is gone. Are we going to live our lives at the mercy of nature?
We shouldn't.
Something that we know there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. The tidal wave, you know, the sea defense wall and all that, I don't think this is the solution. It will help to a certain level. But why can we not commit ourselves and say that, look, this is not just safe for human habitation. Let's move the people. Look, it's a very, very difficult thing to do. And so I can understand why certain leaders will not want to commit themselves. But it has become necessary. We are there. Who is going to take that bold step and that commitment and show some level of leadership to say that, yes, it's not going to be easy. If it means that for the next 4 years, that is exactly what we are going to, because these guys are also Ghanaians.
Yes.
Why would somebody, you know, teach for all these years, go on retirement, and live their lives like this?
This is how she lives every day.
Come on.
You know, her house is in water. Her path to anywhere she wants to go, church, market, whatever, is water. You go through water, you go out, you come back home, you come through water to get home. It is ridiculous. It's unacceptable that people should live like this. Now, so I ask myself that, look, there are people who have gone into the sea, right? There was no land, there was just water. And they've built land in the sea. Why are we behaving as if what we are seeing is like we are helpless? It's rocket science. We can't deal with it. People have walked into the sea and built land in the sea and built hotels where there used to be sea.
And we fly to those
places. And we fly to those places to go and chill.
Thousands of dollars, yes, to go and show that
really?
We have arrived. Really?
But we can't solve our problems in Ghana. It's a dastardly indictment on us.
For me, if private entities are donating relief items, if individuals are donating relief items, government should do more. You can't join us and also be donating sanitary pads
it's unacceptable.
No child, no Ghanaian child should suffer what they are going through now. Why should children be walking through these kind of waters? Look, we sit back and say that we thank God that no deaths have been recorded and all that. Let's give ourselves 3 months, let's give ourselves 4 months and go back and measure the impact of this spillage on people. Already they are developing skin diseases and all kinds of stuff. Look at how they live. Think of how food is being stored.
You know when we talk about mosquitoes, right? You know we talk about the mosquito larvae sitting on stagnant water. These waters are not flowing anywhere. Why would malaria not be the biggest challenge that they'll have? Respiratory issues, skin diseases. And like from what you're saying, where are they going to store their food? Yes, you can give them everything we're giving them, but where are you keeping it?
The people have their beds on stones. We are sending them rice.
Meanwhile, rice, it gets moldy with moisture in the air.
And my point is, why is government joining the rest of us to
also donate
rice and stuff? No, that particular part is what I don't get. At this point, I want to hear serious statements from government. You understand that? Okay, so there are lands at the side of town, we are dealing with the assemblies, we are dealing with traditional authorities to find permanent resettlement locations for these people. Look, they are not asking for too much. I don't think any of these guys are looking for some glass houses and some 4-bedroom flat. No, a decent place that they can enter, have their children with them, lock, and know that we are safe in this place. Why is government not being able to do that? It is unheard of because nobody wants to touch the issue of resettlement. But it has become necessary. Look, all you guys wanting us to vote for you, nobody is going to queue. And yesterday the EC said, oh, the people will go and vote without voter ID card and all that. Well, others will join in. We all are in Bleu, so we all are here. There's no way for us to, you know, justify who really comes from Bleu and all. Have we thought about all this?
Can you imagine?
It has become necessary for Ghana to discuss resettlement for all these people. And let's just not blame it on Akosombo dam spillage.
No.
Because the problem existed before Akosombo. Look, when there was this tidal waves issue that happened, you remember the Minister for Housing, Asenso, went there.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yes.
And we went to talk flowery language and all that. And what has happened to that? Nothing has happened. We talk about, we'll go back, the sea defense, nothing has happened. Ghanaians, we are very good at talking, but very, 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 very slow in taking action. And at this point, we have all been exposed. We can blame VRA, yeah, to some extent, but when you even listen to the retired teacher, she said that the whole of this year, we listened to the nurse.
The nurse,
he said the whole of this year.
The whole of this year.
At that time, Akosombo dam was not spilled, had not been spilled. So what exactly is happening? The Honorable, I mean, I can remember vividly, you know, the cries of Honorable Jafar Gomashi, that look, the people are, I mean, are suffering. There's water in their homes. We need to do something about it. We need to do something about it. Maybe if we had paid attention to that time, the impact of the dam spillage wouldn't have been this dire. Well.
Enough said, really. I mean, government is on you. You see, and there's so many arms of government that are culpable in all of this. So many arms of government that are
But it all comes to central government.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there is the cabinet, and you, gentlemen and ladies, it's your responsibility. We are watching to see what you do.
There's a reason why somebody is called the first gentleman of the land. When you speak, it carries that much power. Let's see something really happening. Look, this one, I'm very emotional about
No. It's a very serious situation.
It's frustrating.
It's unacceptable.
It's frustrating. Why do we have to subject
like
Ghanaians to this? No, something concrete needs to be done. Beyond sending them Gary and medication and stuff like that. Why should I even keep these stuff?
All right, well,